It's your girl Tarteezy.
I'm Diamond.
And I'm Key.
And you are listening to Clownin with My Cousins podcast, where we have candid conversations on relationships, culture, and so much more.
You know, the kind of conversations you have with your favorite cousin.
So get ready to clown with my cousins.
So say your significant other and your best friend don't get along.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is very unfortunate.
What do you do? Do you tell your significant other to play nice, or do you just not invite your friend? Or do you invite your friend and you just hope that they play nice?
You got to go off that vibe of how much your significant spouse does not fuck with your friend like that in my brain.
Do you go off of that, or do you go off of your relationship with your significant other's friends? So, say for instance, so for me, the way that I look at it is, in my mind, if you're my significant other, you lead by example, right? So if you know that I don't fuck with one of your friends and one of your friends don't fuck with me, and we've been in a situation and you tell me to play nice all the time, guess what? When the shoe's on the other foot, bitch, I'm gonna tell you to play nice all the time. Because you want me to play nice all the time with your friend, and you know me and your friend don't fuck around, or we don't get along like that, then bitch, you need to play nice with mine.
Okay, so what if that's not the case though? It's just one-sided.
You saying if he ain't got no friends? Then at that point we can have a conversation like, hey babe, I understand, this is my best friend. Before you were even here, this was my best friend. Like, we've been rocking or whatever the case is. So it would be wrong for me not to invite them. Like, I would tell them, be as cordial as possible, baby. I know that it might be a little uncomfortable, but I'm not asking for you to sit up there and hold a conversation with this person and say hi.
Yeah, so when they get into it, if they get into it,
then at that very moment, I check both of them. At the end of the day, this is still my event. I check both of them.
Because we've already had the conversation, especially me and my man.
Because my boundaries with my friend is going to be different than my boundaries with my man. Mm-hmm. Right? And if y'all get into it, then both of you have crossed those boundaries. So guess the fuck who has to put them back in place? Guess who has to go have a conversation with their friend and say, listen, you have to understand that this is my significant other and that we are together and we're in a relationship and this could possibly go further and be my husband. Like, hey, you're my friend and I love you to death. You went a little too far on this situation. And then you have that same conversation with your man. Hey, this is my friend. This is my best friend.
Yeah.
This person's been here through thick and thin, blah, blah, blah. And this is where you cross the line. Yes, we're both of y'all wrong. Yes, but at the end of the day, y'all need to be cordial just on the basis of me.
Yeah, but what if in a situation they're both not wrong? What if your dude just actually came to your best friend and start acting a fool? Your best friend didn't do nothing but defend herself.
Then I'm not going to my best friend having a conversation with my best friend if he fucked up. I give the blame to where the fuck it goes. And if that nigga be like, well, I didn't want to be there in the first place. Well, bitch, then why the fuck did you come?
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, you can go and leave.
Because you are a grown ass man who Because you are a grown ass man who could have said, hey baby, you know what, I'm not gonna feel comfortable being around your family. I know it's your event. I'll see you when you get back. We'll do something separately. As my man. You don't go and you show your motherfucking ass anyway. Yep,
that's some I almost cussed. Yeah, I'm trying to do better. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Very feminine.
Now listen, I have heard on several occasions that Diamond is a little rough around the edges, but I need y'all to understand that Diamond lives her life based on principle. And when you fuck up on principle, bitch, this bitch come the fuck out. She here to check. She here to check principle.
Here she go. What key?
I lost it. I was too busy in the
I was like, here she comes with the side question.
I was in the motion.
I get that.
Watching the principal.
I would do the same. It's just I would definitely have to sit back and see what's going on to see who, because you already know they don't get along. So who egged who on and go from there.
Regardless if you don't get along.
But I'm going to tell them both that, this is an event and I would really like both of y'all to be here.
Ooh. Or if you're uncomfortable, at the end of the day, if I know that some people that you hang with are uncomfortable around me,
it's all about communication.
Myself. I'll be like, okay, well, I'm not going to go.
Exactly,
right?
That's what I'm saying. It's all about communication.
I understand that they don't really vibe with me and I don't really vibe with them, so I'm not going to go. Go have fun.
Exactly.
I ain't tripping off that.
Listen,
that shit's small.
A lot of people do, though. Yes.
So I have something else. Got another scenario real quick.
Oh, here we go.
So, okay. So say you and your dude, y'all have good conversation or whatever, and he comes to you one day and be like, hey, I think your friend Betty been checking me out. Like, I can't really tell. I seen her at the store the other day. She gave me a hug, and the hug seemed like real friendly. He was like, but I mean, that's all that happened. It was like, but it was real friendly, and you just like, yeah, okay, right? You leave it at that. So you have.
Why is my friend and my man hugging?
She seen him at the store.
I don't give a fuck. You don't hug my man. That's a boundary issue.
Really?
Hell yeah, bitch. You're not about to hug my nigga.
When you not even like a side church hug, like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, like, what do you think they're supposed to do if they see each other out without you? Like,
hey. Bitch, you lift your hand and say, hey. She lift her hand and say, hey, how you doing? How you doing?
But when y'all are together, if she hugs you and then turn around and hugs your dude.
Hey, no. What? I'm not out hugging my nigga's friends. If my nigga friend see me and I go hug that nigga, you know my nigga gonna say, you a friendly ass bitch. What you doing hugging his nigga?
Being a gentleman, he's just
that's crazy.
Yeah, he's just
because when I'm with my cousins, all my god cousins, when they with their friends, I hug all of them.
Yeah, and they generally hug all of us.
Yeah.
So if you was with your nigga, you would still hug all of them?
Yes, I sure would.
Nigga, listen, I'm not putting my hand.
And if he has a problem, then we don't need to be together because I don't like insecure men.
Okay, so
I'm with you for a reason.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, the polite hug.
And I'm not doing no hug.
Okay, so I'm a hypocrite.
It's gonna be a side it was hug, like, hey.
It was a greeting.
Okay, so that's a little more reasonable. Okay, so maybe I'm a hypocrite because I do give out hugs, but I would trip if my nigga was out hugging bitches. But that's a little hypocritical. I get it.
Because you toxic.
I love it, but you gonna like it over here. Okay, so listen.
Okay, so let me finish.
Okay, so finish.
Okay,
because I'm a little indecisive
jumping in too soon.
I'm a little indecisive. No, bitch, I hop on a defense real quick. My nigga better not be hugging that. Why he hugging her when he ain't around me at the store? Hey, Betty.
Sounds real insecure.
Hey, Betty.
Because them motherfuckers in the country, bitch, when they sit on their porch, I want you to treat them bitches like you sitting on your porch. Hey, you lift your hand.
Girl, they driving by Betty sitting on the porch.
I don't give a fuck if they driving, walking, skipping, bitch. Hey, Betty. Hey. I mean, how'd y'all end up that close together? Y'all both end up at the register at the same time?
Please continue.
Oh,
the story is a little shifty. It's a little shifty.
You making it what it's
I'm toxic as fuck. Why you hugging? Wait, you said Betty Ann hugged you weird. Why the fuck you hugging Betty Ann?
Story.
I seen it in the store. Was you in the front of the store or the back of the store? Where y'all teach her that? You couldn't wave at the bitch? I'm confused. What Betty Ann had on?
Y'all hugging over eggs.
Right. Shit, Betty Ann give you some money for the gas since you was at the store? What Betty Ann do for you? Why you hugging Betty Ann? What kind of hug? Hug me like you hug Betty Ann. I want to
see this.
Shit, I'd have hugged you like Betty Ann too, the way you just gripped on me, nigga. Hey, don't you hug Betty Ann ass no more. And I'm now calling Betty Ann.
Story ain't even finished.
And when I call Betty Ann, I ain't even telling Betty Ann that she hugged my man. Hey girl, what you do today? How your day was? Girl, I saw your man at the store. That's it. You just saw him. Oh, okay, Betty Ann. Let me tell you something, Betty Ann. I love you, girl. And you my friend, but don't hug my man no more. All right? Okay, cool. So, about that.
Okay, so fast forward.
Toxic.
Because you and your guy, y'all encourage each other, to just say what's on your chest. Y'all talk like that.
Yeah, I appreciate him coming to me.
Close.
Y'all had a home gathering, right? And you invited Betty, right? And you
after the hug.
Of course. You invited Betty and you're mingling or whatever, and then something pops up and you realize that your man and Betty are missing.
Oh, girl. Keep going. I ain't gonna jump in.
I'm going to the closet to get the gun.
Look at her.
Do you automatically
assume that they're together?
Assume that they're together and you're on 10 at this point? Or do you give it the benefit of the doubt? Let's take it a step further and say that you go. How are you going to look for Betty and Boo?
I'm gonna mingle with my eyes open and like, hey girl, you seen Betty in? Hey girl, you seen my man?
So you're okay. So you
no. I'm gonna do it a little different depending on what we doing. So we listening to music and a song, and I'm be like, oh, where is Betty? That's our song, girl. Betty, yeah.
I ain't doing all that because I'm gonna catch them if they together.
So you're gonna give Betty a chance.
Because I'm watching.
You're gonna give Betty a chance to possibly, if she is with your man, come out before you get to her.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna catch them, and it's gonna be a
whole. Let me tell you something.
Do you think that your mind immediately went there because you didn't see them too?
It popped up.
Are you talking about after the hug at the gas station? Hell yeah, it went there.
It definitely popped up for sure. I wouldn't say it went to where I was just gonna assume that automatically, but it's a thought.
Okay,
like I wonder.
So let's go.
I don't even know if I would really react at that very moment because the classy and tastefulness that I have at an event, if there are a lot of people here.
But you gonna do the whole okay?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be looking with my eyes.
It's gonna be all in your brain. You ain't gonna let it be known.
And then when
when
I get home, I'm still gonna play a call. I'm be like, ooh, babe. Ooh, you missed when what's her name was out there. Oh, I did. Yeah, where'd you go?
Yeah. Okay. So let's.
I will. You that fucking lie, cause Betty. I was about to get in your ass.
Just know I'm peeping.
So we're gonna fast forward. Let's say you actually Betty and Boo are outside, sitting next to each other together, and that's all you see. Mm-hmm. What's your first thoughts? Do you let it be? What do you do?
Girl, I got to be in that moment because I really can't tell you.
I would probably be like, is everything okay?
No, I ain't saying that.
Because they sitting next to each other like, I want what's happening?
I'm going to say, what's up? I ain't saying is everything okay.
Now, psycho. I'm going to say, is everything okay? Because they might have some devastating news,
what's going on?
They're trying to figure out how to tell me. Or they could be out there planning my surprise birthday party.
True.
So hey, everything all right? Why y'all sitting out here?
Exactly.
The party
so you didn't automatically
No, I automatically think that, but when I get home, I'm interrogating the nigga for sure.
Even after the hug,
I'm interrogating the nigga for sure because now my radars are going off, bitch.
Okay,
I don't know what happened with you when you walk on metal detector, but bitch, you gotta walk back through that hole.
I'm gonna be counting September. What month is it? July. It's too early to be planning my birthday.
Okay.
I put the puzzle
pieces. This bitch.
I'm gonna be counting July. Not my birthday. Not the anniversary. No holidays.
Why is they sitting? All right.
So, but in my mind, the integrity of a person will say a lot because when I flip those shoes on myself, if my nigga's homeboy gave me a hug that I wasn't comfortable with, I'm checking him at the gas station like, hey, my nigga, don't hug me like that.
Well, he didn't say it wasn't comfortable. He just was like, it was weird.
If it was weird, then it wasn't comfortable.
He didn't know if
it was weird, then it was uncomfortable. Because if you didn't know how to take that hug, then you questioned that hug. So again, if I have to question, if it's me and my nigga, and I got a nigga and my nigga's homeboy hug me, and I have to question how that hug was, I'm checking that nigga. Hey man, that made me feel a little uncomfortable. That's a
lot of women aren't like that, but I feel
because that's just right, bitch. If I felt some type of way, I should be able to tell
that's
you.
That's what I'm saying.
But
a lot of women aren't like that.
I mean, if you
if it's disrespectful, I'm gonna punch your motherfucking ass.
But listen. I think that
this is my body.
I think it was right for him to come to you and tell you
it's very trustworthy
how it made him feel, but I feel like your reaction is gonna determine whether he's gonna keep coming to you and telling you what's going on. Because if you come at him with animosity or you know what I'm saying, real
but strong, the conversation, if he came to me in that way,
he's not gonna keep telling you stuff like that happening.
Correct, because at this point where I was trying to get to is when that man starts to look at you like, babe, like we were just having a conversation. I didn't come at you like, hey, like for real, you need to check your friend. I didn't come at you like that. We were just having a normal conversation with each other. Like, man, I think your friend Betty, she gave me some type of weird hug. Now you see me and Betty off and you instantly doing something that you wouldn't normally do off a conversation me and you had. We were just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I understand that too, but I think it also determines on how me and your conversation go from after you tell me that it was a little weird hug, and I was like, well, baby, if it was weird, did you tell Benny and it was weird? Like, what was weird about it? Like, I understand it was weird. Like, what was weird about it, baby? Like, what's up? Because if this is my friend and
but it wasn't
in order for you to be my friend, that's around my man, then you gotta be my friend.
Mm-hmm. When he came to you, he didn't come to you with a real concern. Weird.
Yeah, but he still came to me, so I'm still gonna be like, well, what was weird about it? So role play, bitch, run it.
All right,
please do, because at first you just said you gonna be like, why are you and Betty and
hugging? Because the nigga that know me and my relationship know that we not hugging bitches or niggas of each other's friends. So let's just say me and you ain't had that conversation. Run it.
All right. Okay.
Say we never had that conversation about hugging friends. Run it.
The whole story.
Yeah, you my nigga. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
So, hey, babe. I seen Betty at the store today.
You did. Yeah. What was she doing at the store?
She was buying something, and she gave me some hugs. She hugged me all weird and shit. But I seen her. We hugged, chopped it up. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, what was wrong with her hug?
I don't know. It was just weird.
Weird like how, baby?
I don't fucking know. Just weird.
You don't know how to explain it?
She was all smiley and shit. Like
it was. I mean, Betty Ann. She be on there. She got a different type of energy, baby.
Nah, you crazy. That's it.
Simple. And then if I seen y'all,
you see Betty and Boo.
And Boo outside.
It's missing.
Go ahead.
What y'all doing out here? What y'all doing? Everything okay?
What's going through your head?
Fuck what's going on through my head. You said what am I gonna do? What's going on through my head ain't what I'm doing in person.
Exactly.
I'm running shit through my head like I'm waiting on if there's too much stuttering, I'm about to stop the stuttering.
Putting the puzzle together.
Simple.
Off of a simple conversation that you and Bae had.
Now
all of a sudden you don't trust Bae.
No. Let me tell you something.
You don't trust what Bae.
It had nothing to do about that hug because
it ain't got nothing to do with Bae. It's Betty Ann. Betty Ann was weird with the hug.
Okay.
And now Betty Ann outside with my man. So what's going on? You need me to save you from Betty Ann?
No, but that's not.
You need me to save you from Betty Ann.
This a bitch. But so say for instance, because you keep referencing back to this conversation of this hug. Say that hug never happened, but I still caught you and Betty Ann outside after I was looking for y'all inside of a party. I'm still gonna have the same question. Is everything okay?
Your mind frame is not.
But you don't know my mind frame as my nigga. I'm still asking you the same questions. I'm still gonna say what's going on. So now you like, well, you're only asking me that because of what happened. No, bitch. Regardless of what's going on through my head, bitch, I'm probably gonna say I have the same thoughts regardless if this bitch hugged you or not. What's going on down here?
Yeah, but your animosity would be a little different.
Because she's bitch and you're nigga. So what's happening? Because I'm your bitch. So what you and Betty Ann out here for? Everything all right?
So him and Betty Ann can't be outside together.
Betty Ann is my friend.
Not our
boundaries, bitch. Betty Ann is my friend. Now, it's different if I know that you and Betty Ann both sniff lines and I don't sniff no line. I know you have to sniff lines.
So, let's take the friendship off of Betty and make Betty your cousin. Bitch,
cousin or friend? Bitch, I know some people in some people's family where they cousin asleep with their man. Bitch, cousin or friend?
Look at Cousin Faith. Soul food.
Cause family fuck my.
So again.
Exactly.
Cousin, sister, friend, auntie, mama, all of them. Ain't no bastard. Cause I know y'all heard about that man. Who is it? I want to make sure I ain't telling somebody business. Boy, tell it. Ooh, I almost told somebody business.
Ooh, use aliases.
Turn the mics off.
Girl, I almost told it.
Yeah, give an alias.
About.
Oh, yeah.
I almost told it, girl.
Stop it.
See, this why you ain't tell. See, talking to you two bitches, because it was going to be a key. Right. It was going to be a key. Right on the app. Right. But anyway, it's people out here who can't be trusted.
It really
but
is.
At the same time, I think that it's different. So in that same scenario, I would still go home and tell my man like, "Hey, your homie Bills hugged me wrong, and I had to check that nigga, or I felt some type of way." Because if I feel weird about it, I'm not gonna let you walk away.
The way that you just said it, as your dude, he's probably gonna say something to friends. But you sound like you were very discomfortable with what happened with you and Bill.
Uncomfortable.
Well,
didn't I say
no?
Oh, keep going. Uncomfortable.
But for me, even if it wasn't for me, if he hugged me some type of way and it wasn't like a regular like boom boom and he was super happy, I would be able to tell he's super happy. So I wouldn't come to my nigga and be like, "Yo, nigga, Bills is being weird." I wouldn't say that. I knew that this nigga was happy. I could see his emotion. Now, he might have had a good goddamn day. Now, if every time I hug Bill, that nigga hug me like I'm his bitch and he's super happy, then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Bills." I might even say nothing to Bills. I might just stop hugging him in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? That's, so in my mind, when I come to my nigga,
running from Bill.
I'm not necessarily running from Bill. It's just that we know how to deflect.
Yes.
So I know how to deflect. So and in my mind, if I'm not deflecting, like you said, I may be running from Bills. If I see Bills before he see me in the store, and I already feel he done already showed me a couple of times that this nigga don't know how to hug me, guess what I'm doing? I'm ducking and dodging in the store because at this point I don't want to deal with it.
That's right.
And I don't even know niggas between you and my nigga.
Do you think niggas is doing that?
Again.
I'm using my cart like a car. Hey, Bill. Headed to the end.
Like Bill was on the porch. Like Bill was on the porch. Hey, Bill.
Oh, my God.
Just passing by.
I got to go.
Yeah. I'm with that too, bitch. Hey, Bill, I'm just trying to go get this butter real quick. I gotta get back to this house. Baby at the house waiting on me.
Exactly.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. But I'm also at that point when I come out to my nigga, I be like, "Ooh, shit. I seen your friend Bill at the store." He's like, "Oh yeah, well, I don't know. I was going to get the butter." My story is coinciding. You ain't even gotta know what's going on in my head. My story matched with Bill gonna be like, "Yeah, I think your girl was going to get butter to cook something." Yeah, she did come home. She said she saw you when she was going to get the butter.
That's why you gotta tell him, because you know Bill called like, "Hey, I seen your girl."
All right. Shit. Then your nigga like, "So you seen Bill today at the store?" Yeah.
All bases covered.
So you wasn't gonna tell me you seen Bill? Bill ain't my motherfucking friend. He your friend. So see, y'all know I'm outsmart. The fuck that nigga spoke, nigga. You want me to tell you about everybody who I spoke to? I spoke to an old bitch today, a young bitch today, 2 kids. Bitch, I ain't doing that. Fuck Bill.
Toxic.
So you mad at your boo if that's the case? Because boo could say he ain't gotta tell you every goddamn thing that happened.
I mean, I'm not mad at him, but if he come and trying to check me, I need to understand that I am grown and you can't check me.
When Betty called you and your husband or your boo didn't tell you that he seen and hugged Betty, and Betty called and let you know that she seen your boo, she gave him a hug and she went on about her business, who you mad at?
I ain't mad at nobody, because in my mind, shit, nigga, when was that? That could have been earlier today. You might have forgot. Okay. If you didn't feel uncomfortable with that hug or weird, then bitch, I ain't worried about it. You just thought it was a regular hug from Betty.
Okay. So you ain't gonna ask.
The problem is if I see Betty number in your goddamn phone and y'all been texting, what the fuck you and Betty texting about? Now I got a problem. So you didn't tell me about Betty at the store, but damn, you and Betty texting. How the fuck Betty get your number? Because I didn't give you Betty number. Right. So again, I'm not only mad at you, now I'm calling Betty because Betty never told me she gave you her motherfucking number. So hey, Betty Ann.
Moral of the story: do not have friends.
Don't let your friends around your mans unless you there. And if they see each other in the store, set them boundaries at the beginning.
That's what. See, I was watching this movie. Did y'all see that movie called Passing on Netflix?
Oh, girl, we seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, I watched it. Did y'all watch the whole thing?
Just girl, a friend.
Ooh, tell her that at the end she pushed her.
It's been a debate. I think not a debate. I think she did push her. I think she did push her. But people
emphasized
she was trying to save her from that white man about to abuse her.
That you can see her elbow kind of bump into her, and
she pushed her.
She did.
They reiterated on the movie the push.
She made it seem like she made it. She didn't push. I think she pushed her with her arm because she was trying to make
her
it
out of
seem.
The way.
She was trying to make it seem like she was
pushing her out
saving
the way.
her from her husband, but she pushed her out
the
that
damn
window.
balcony.
For
period.
Sure. First of all, why did she let her and her husband go to a dance party together. That's what I didn't understand.
First of all, she should have pushed her husband too.
I'm not for sure, but her friend, whoever the passing,
no, because you're trying to put all that on her friend, and her man had a part of that too. Fuck that.
What man?
Her man.
Yes. Both of them needed to be shot, and both of them need to fall off the balcony because he was wrong as fuck.
Yeah,
and he was disrespectful as fuck in front of her.
Because that wasn't her man. That was her friend's man.
No way in hell I would have been able to do that. That movie in those parts rubbed me so fucking wrong. I was ready to get with the shit. So yeah, he did too much. He did too much.
With
that friend did a lot.
With the kindness of my heart, I always say the way that I seen that was she was moving her out of the way because she was too quiet. Yes, I think she was getting fed up with her friend and her man, but she was too quiet. Wait a minute. Calm.
No, she opened that. She called the husband.
Yeah.
She opened that window. Yeah. She knew that he was about to come up them stairs. She even
asked the girl right before she decided to kill the girl, what would you do if your husband found out? Mm-hmm. That was a whole plan. She sat by that window. She was in her feelings. She was in, I'm done with this shit. Let me show you something. That's that's all I seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was jealous.
That's why she dropped it. She was trying to save her. She was the last one to get down them damn stairs.
She sure
to get to her.
She was hysterical.
She wasn't no goddamn hysterical.
She was hysterical.
She was the only one. She was the only one hysterical.
She was the one who was trying to save her friend and end up ruining her life. Taking her life. She was
telling me that is you.
I would be so hysterical.
If you push me down the goddamn, you ain't got to run down the stairs to see if your ass really killed me.
Not only that,
her mind was already fucked off.
Her face changed. Like
exactly.
You could see in her face that she did that on purpose.
She did it on purpose.
I didn't see in her face. I seen hysteria
when she was walking down them stairs.
Just as calmly as
she was running everything back. And she was like, "Oh my God, what just happened?"
I didn't get no "oh my God"
I didn't get no "oh my God"
on that face. Not at all, girl.
Well, ask me.
That
I know how to get away with murder. Justice has been served. I know how to get away with murder. Ask me. I was in hysteria.
Well, clearly she got away with murder her damn self.
Because she was in hysteria, bitch. I know hysteria.
She was in hysteria.
And then when she hugged her husband at the end, she gave a little smirk. Yep. Come on now. Come on. Read the room.
I did not see a smirk.
What? When her face was in his arms, she was like,
yep.
Like, oh, I got my man back.
Yep.
Come on.
She had to play that off.
She did.
My brain. A few weeks later, I was divorced.
I didn't see a smirk. She couldn't even explain the story.
Yeah,
I pushed her.
The less words you have to say, the less you got to go back.
I pushed her.
Hysteria, bitch. She was in hysteria.
I'm with her. I pushed her.
She didn't. Shit. Sir.
So yeah, that's what made me think of that when you was I forgot what you said, but it just made me think of that scene in the video when she was like, "Yeah, y'all go ahead and go." I'm like, "Girl, I know it's 1920, but no, you can't go no. We not going, y'all. The sitter didn't come. Come on, husband. Period. Let's go back to bed."
Right. Fuck that. And at the end of the day, if anybody,
I hope your bus ride.
But not only that, if anybody was going, bitch, it was gonna be me.
He can't take you. He can't take you home.
Exactly.
But not only that, if anybody was gonna end up going, it was gonna be me, nigga. You was gonna stay at home with them kids because she's my mother. The fuck do I look like letting my man and my friend go? Bitch, y'all only know each other because of me. Hold the fuck on. Either we both staying here or I'm going and you watching the cheering.
Exactly.
But we ain't gonna have this conversation in front of her.
Because she answered that question wrong. What do you do if your husband find out? I can't. I actually... What she say? She would enjoy it or something like that?
Yeah, I would be okay because I'm going to come live with you.
She said, it's time to get rid of that ass. Period. Hysterical, my ass. That bitch was hysterical.
I'm gonna live with her. But again,
she was stopping.
But again, that's because that woman didn't put them boundaries in place. Because I'd have told that bitch, as long as I got a man, you could never come stay with me.
Fuck
because
the relationship that y'all and her man,
he's interested, you're interested, I ain't having it.
Fuck that. Both of them gotta go. Sorry.
I want to know. I need a sequel of what's happened to her daughter after the husband found out that she was half black.
Because he said he hate
Niggas.
That's what he said.
And had never met one.
And ain't never met one.
Guess what, Billy? You been fucking one.
I mean, the pussy had to be good. Cause you was going off your rocker when you found out she was a nigga. You been fucking nigga all your life. Married one.
And had a baby.
Cause it was good.
Cause the black of the berry.
The sweet of the juice.
Oh, that's funny.
And although she looked white on the outside, bitch, them juices was what? Sweet.
And that is going to wrap the podcast for today.
Yes. What y'all's final thoughts? What y'all got to give?
Boundaries. And don't be out with Betty Ann and let me find out.
Oh. Nothing, King?
We always do this. Do not look at me. I don't have nothing else to say. That's it.
Oh, well, I'll just say worry less about if you're good enough for them and more about if they're good enough for you. Deuces. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Clownin with My Cousins podcast.
Make sure you check us out on all of our social media platforms.
Got something you want to discuss? Hit us up in the DM.
Bye.
Bye.